Rayan ran until his lungs burned. The corridor stretched as he moved, unfolding ahead of him like a living thing deciding how much distance it wanted to allow. Corners appeared too late, turns bent inward unnaturally. Every time Rayan thought he was gaining ground, the space adjusted, subtly, intelligently, keeping him exactly where it wanted him. The hum beneath the floor grew louder. Not sound, a presence. A low, rhythmic vibration that traveled up through his bones, settling behind his eyes. With every pulse, the walls seemed to flex, tightening and releasing like a rib cage breathing around him. Rayan stumbled and caught himself against the wall. The surface was warm, not room temperature, body temperature. He yanked his hand away, heart racing. "No," he whispered, "you're not real." The corridor answered. A faint creak echoed far ahead, followed by another, then dozens more. Doors were forming again, this time directly out of the walls, their frames pushing through concrete like bones breaking through skin. Some doors appeared fully formed, others emerged half-finished, surfaces rippling as if still deciding what they should become. One door stood out. It wasn't labeled, no name, no number, just a narrow slit where the handle should have been. From inside came a sound Rayan recognized instantly. A heartbeat. His heartbeat. He backed away slowly. The lights overhead flickered violently, and for a fraction of a second, the corridor was lit bright enough for him to see everything at once. He wished it hadn't been. Figures stood pressed into the walls, human shapes trapped beneath the surface, faces frozen in expressions of shock, mouths stretched open as if screaming without sound. Their eyes followed him as the light died again, sinking back into shadow but never fully disappearing. "Help me," Rayan whispered, not knowing who he was asking. Something answered, not with words, with movement. The unlabeled door began to open. The slit widened just enough for darkness to spill out, thick and heavy, rolling across the floor like fog that refused to rise. Within it, something shifted, slow, deliberate, aware of his attention. Rayan turned and ran again. This time, the corridor resisted. The floor tilted upward, stealing his balance. His steps felt delayed, as if the ground was gripping his feet for a fraction of a second longer than it should. Each breath came sharper now, edged with panic and exhaustion. Ahead, the corridor suddenly ended. No turn, no door, just a wall. Rayan skidded to a stop, chest heaving. The hum deepened. Behind him, the darkness advanced, not rushing, approaching, patient. The wall in front of him began to change. Hairline cracks appeared, spreading outward in branching patterns. The concrete softened, sagging inward, reshaping itself. Slowly, unmistakably, a doorway formed, pressed outward from the other side. The wall was becoming a door. As it finished taking shape, words carved themselves into its surface, letter by letter, as if traced by an invisible hand. "You are still here." Rayan shook his head. "I don't belong here." The door responded. A voice seeped through the cracks, layered and calm, carrying no emotion at all. "Belonging is irrelevant." The door opened. Inside was a room that felt smaller than it looked. A narrow space filled with dim amber light. The walls were lined with shelves, but not shelves for objects, shelves for moments. Frozen fragments hovered in the air, a hand reaching for a doorknob, a face turning too late, a shadow bending at the wrong angle. Each fragment pulsed faintly, repeating the same instant over and over, trapped in an endless loop. Rayan stepped inside despite himself. The door closed behind him. The room tightened. The shelves began to move, sliding closer together, compressing the space. The fragments grew louder, not in sound, but in presence. Each moment pressed against his mind, flooding him with sensations that weren't his but felt close enough to hurt. Fear, regret, realization. "This is where we keep them," the voice said, "the ones who stayed aware." Rayan's knees weakened. "Let me go." A pause. Then, almost gently, "Why would we?"
The amber light dimmed and the fragments rearranged themselves. They formed a single image in the center of the room. A door. The first door. The one he had opened. Rayan stared at it as understanding crept in like a slow infection. "You didn't bring me here," he said. "I walked in." The voice did not deny it. "You were curious," it replied. "Curiosity is a kind of invitation." The door in the image began to open again. Rayan felt the room lean towards him. The shelves shifted closer. The air thickened until breathing felt optional. Somewhere deep within the structure, the hum synchronized with his heartbeat, and Rayan understood the truth too late. This place didn't chase people. It waited for them to step forward.